And welcome everybody to this episode of the Marvelite podcast. I am your supreme overlord Vaporeon, and as always I am joined with Will.
Wubba-lubba-dub-dub means I am in great pain.
Get riggedy wrecked with DC Luke.
Oh jeez. Oh.
And on this episode, guys, we got Deadpool, we got Sony and how they're ruining the industry, and we have Marvel Generations. So, I've had a really shitty day. How is your day going, guys?
Well,
Luke, you go first.
Okay. My day is great. We recorded Super Friends earlier today because we couldn't do it the night before.
Procrastination.
Bit of a sharp turnaround, but it was the only time that I was really going to be able to work. I did my missed video for the second one for this week, so that'll probably be up I think before this episode. Overall, just a great day. Just still looking for that job.
But you have a job, fam, right here.
In our hearts.
Yeah, well, this job doesn't really pay the rent, so.
Oof, that's a fair point.
Ooh, that's rough. Will, how was your day, bro?
Will.
I am recovering after my car accident.
Yeah.
From the other day.
Oh, wait, shit, you had a car accident?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, that's what, I was shitty weather. I told my car stop, and the weather and the road said, ha, lol, you thought. And accident happened. It was, and so wound up in the hospital. Now I'm in a neck brace for hopefully only a week. Hopefully it'll be gone by BlurredCon. It's just to keep. I got a couple sprains up in my neck. That's all. Nothing like deadly serious.
Still scary though.
Oh yeah,
Fuck.
Yeah. Lots of shit. But my car is gone. She took that hit for me. Rip my vehicle. But
I didn't put two and two together.
I mean,
jeez, when you mentioned a neck brace earlier.
Yeah, why would... Never mind.
I just thought it was one of those dog cones. Like, he just
that's
can't
what it
balls.
feels like. So I've just been resting and dealing with stuff from school and life and shit and editing videos. But that's why I think Jurassic World was late on Monday. It was because I got out of the hospital at like 6 a.m.
Wow, dude.
Well, I think it's a little understandable.
Yeah.
You, sir, are the real MVP. You are.
Yeah,
but
you're a champ.
All that aside, I guess I will have to say happy summer equinox, as today is June 21st. It is the longest day of the year. It is actually the official start of summer. And what comes with summer, we have...
babes.
We have...
beaches, beer, booze, and babes.
All of that.
And Marvel.
And we have the beginning of the production of Deadpool 2. It has officially begun. Yeah. Deadpool 2 started. So I'm kind of wondering, like a big thing I'm wondering is like, since we know that Josh Brolin, who plays Thanos, in the MCU, is also playing Cable in Deadpool in this Fox universe. So I'm kind of wondering how his schedule is going to be working out between the two films, because they're both currently filming. I don't know if you guys saw online today, but Robert Downey Jr. dropped a picture on Twitter of him and Benedict Cumberbatch and Benedict Wong and Mark Ruffalo. They're all sitting around eating lunch, like, on their break. So they're shooting, they're still shooting, like they're heavy into shooting. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm going a little off topic from Deadpool here, but the outfit that Benedict Cumberbatch is wearing looks a lot more sleek than the last time we've seen him in his film.
It's funny you mentioned photos, because actually, dang it, the guy playing Cable posted a photo, I think on Father's Day, of him and his kid, and you can see he actually kind of has the Cable haircut going on.
Yeah, I did see that.
So I think he's over there with that production. His stuff might already be done, because I know they did his. I know they did his mocap a while before they did everybody else.
Yeah. I mean that's a lot to work with. It really is. So,
it's the year of Brolin, man. It's time next year.
I guess, man. Both films come out next year, so that's insane to think about. Actually, wow.
They come out a month apart, don't they? Because Deadpool comes out in June, doesn't it?
Deadpool comes out, I think so. In May or June.
Oh, dude. This is gonna be a good summer for Brolin next year.
Yeah, no
Busy one,
kidding.
too.
Jeez. Well, I mean, as always, Ryan took to Twitter and kind of announced it. I'm pretty hype about it. They look like they're filming, though. Like, he posted a picture of himself in his Deadpool outfit outside of the X Mansion, where they filmed the first, where the first location was in the first X-Men film. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Like it's like it's like the OG one, because like I don't think they've actually used that place in Vancouver for a long time.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now they can afford it with their Fox dollars.
Yeah, and I guess like another interesting thing that I'm wondering is how many more X-Men are we gonna have show up in this?
There's quite a few, if I remember looking.
Yeah, but I know that there's a few that are confirmed, but I'm wondering like what kind of like are we gonna get any more cameos or Easter eggs? Because it would be honestly pretty damn cool to see some other X-Men. You know, like I really want Fox to start showing and kind of putting in the limelight like characters that are outside of that outside of the spectrum that we've seen. You know, like I want to see like characters like Forge. You know, like how awesome would that be to see Forge on screen?
I mean, if we. Because they had something recently that said it was supposed to be like the school was supposed to be like a big thing, right? Like he's going to be going to like the X Mansion. I don't know how many that they'd put into it. I don't know how much money is going into this, but if they can have a bunch of students there, I think it would be really awesome if they had some Grant Morrison characters like Beak and Glob Herman, because those are probably some of my favorite characters. Just these like people on the back that are like really weird looking.
Yeah. No, that would have to be great. I guess I'm just kind of getting tired of like the Claremont era of X-Men in films, and I just want to start seeing some other characters.
Right, like you want to see people that are out there. Like imagine you just see like a little Japanese girl with like a bunch of weird light armor around her.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I would love to see Armor show up.
Yeah, and her name is just Armor.
That would be fantastic.
Imagine if they brought in Spike from like Evolution and the other members of
You could have Rock Slide in there too.
Yeah,
Rock Slide would be pretty cool.
Bring in X-23. Make it all it's all together.
Well,
she wouldn't exist.
How did she get here? It's time displacement.
Well, I mean,
time.
Yeah, I mean, technically, Deadpool is its own like reality. So
that's very true.
But it'd be nice to see him interact with like some of the main ones, and I don't mean Wolverine because he's gone. Well, I mean that'd be cool, but I mean like like a Phoenix or a Cyclops or a Storm or a Professor Xavier.
The only OG member I want back is Kelsey Grammer Beast. That's the only OG guy I want.
Really?
I'd be cool with James Marsden showing up.
No,
I wouldn't be.
Kelsey Grammer is Beast. If you can only get one person, get Kelsey Grammer as Beast. I don't give a fuck about anybody else.
What, you don't want Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique to show up?
No one wants Jennifer
I don't
Lawrence.
want Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't want herself as Mystique.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, I think she signed on for Dark Phoenix too, which I'm like, why? You hate this job? Stop doing it.
Because I'm sure that it's a lot of money.
Yeah, James McAvoy actually kind of teased everyone on his Instagram about that. Yeah, apparently they're starting like they're already building the set for Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, Dark Phoenix is having everyone come back according to my girl Storm's young actress.
Is she coming back too?
Yep.
Oh.
I think all of them are from Apocalypse. So
I think all the Apocalypse people.
Yeah, I'm like, hopefully they'll do something with her character, because God knows they haven't done anything with Storm ever.
Is Michael Fassbender returning too?
I think so.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they confirmed that recently.
I just find it also kind of funny that they basically told the kids from like the first class to just basically go fuck themselves. Like they're just not coming back ever.
Hey, Cyclops, fuck off.
We'll never see Banshee. We'll never see Pixie. Well, they all died. But
I really thought it was a horrible thing what they did to Havoc. Like
how he just kind of blew himself up.
The character was so underused, and that's another big thing. That's another big problem I have with the Fox universe is how they treat the Summers, because not a lot of people know this, especially general audiences, but there's a third brother.
Yeah.
that
Isn't
no
his
one
name
knows
Alex?
about.
Oh wait, no.
In the comics, Alex and Scott are like reversed in their age. Havoc is the younger one, where Scott is the older one in the comics. So I thought that was really freaking weird that they did that in the movie. They just like swapped their ages.
It felt very retroactive too how they did it. It was like, let's bring Scott in here.
Yeah, and also too like his concussive like bands, like his energy bands that he could create. I almost found it offensive that they were red, because I feel like they only did that to keep the same aesthetic that that Scott has, and I'm like, no, they've always been blue. Never red.
Isn't the third brother like from space and evil?
Vulcan. He's pretty evil guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Why not have him as a villain instead of it be like Phoenix-y shit?
Hey! We're gonna get some alien. We're gonna get the what are they called?
The Shi'ar.
Yes, the Shi'ar. I think.
Because God knows we want to see Fox do the Shi'ar Empire.
Yeah.
Kill me now.
Everyone loves the Shi'ar.
Kill me now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that'd be a setup for a really interesting story, because it would give the young X-Men something to do, and then you can deal with the whole family drama of Scott having a third brother, but he's like an evil douchebag.
I wonder if the Shi'ar are going to come to Earth looking for Jean.
Probably.
So basically, like, if I'm correct in my theory here, basically Jean, or the Phoenix that's inside her, is going to be the Deus Ex Machina of the film, and that really bothers me.
Well, I mean, if the whole movie is about Jean, she's just kind of the MacGuffin.
Exactly.
I
guess.
Yeah. And I guess since it's called Dark Phoenix, they're gonna skip, White Phoenix and get her getting the Phoenix. It's kind of like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like a Killer Frost from The Flash. You have powers, now you're evil, because that's how things work. Yep.
Speaking of skipping, I feel like we kind of just went over Deadpool 2.
Well, I mean, it was a production photo and it started. We're all excited for it. It's not much to say.
Right.
I feel like I had to talk about the other stuff too.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Since the last episode got deleted.
Yeah. So you guys want to move on to Marvel Generations, because this is a little bit better.
Yee.
So
a tiny bit better.
Marvel has revealed their generations and some details for them. We get pictures of like Captain Marvel, and we get Spider-Man. We have Sam Wilson, Captain America, next to Steve Rogers. I find this pretty interesting. I think most of these are one shots. If I'm correct.
I think they all are.
Yeah, these are all one shots. I wonder if like these are like when they're going to take place though, because from what I can tell, some of these characters here aren't necessarily on speaking terms, especially because of Secret Empire. And by the way, where is Peter Parker currently? Because all I've been seeing on the forefront is Miles.
Peter Parker's been running his business. He just dealt with the whole clone conspiracy thing like a month or so ago.
I know he's kind of already just like, I need to run Parker Industries, and Miles has kind of just been filling in those shoes, and that's some pretty big shoes to fill.
Do you want to go?
Can't worry about all this Hydra nonsense. I have a company to run.
Do you want to go through all these little summaries, because there seems to be a lot of time travel shit going on?
Yeah,
which I think Waru called about a month ago.
Yeah.
Our mighty predictor, who also predicted Spider-Man at E3, some shit like that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, I mean, to be fair,
the best part of E3. Am I right, fellas?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, never mind then.
No, yeah, Will,
anyway.
You can go ahead and read those off, bro.
Okay, so the first one is for Generation Sam Cap and Steve Cap. They were part of the greatest generation, and now Sam Wilson finds himself alongside them yet again in a strange yet familiar setting, fighting shoulder to shoulder with Captain America and Bucky against a seemingly unstoppable threat to the safety of the world. From Nick Spencer and Paul Renault.
So, if this is canon, as far as we know right now, Bucky is dead. So, did this just spoil something here? Because, like, you literally watch Bucky die in Secret Empire.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Oops.
Oh, wait, Bucky died?
Oh, yeah, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't fucking read Secret Empire yet. Oh,
I haven't read Marvel in months.
Oh yeah. Do you know what happened? Do you want to know what happened? Basically, under
Spoilers.
Captain America's orders, Zemo strapped him to a rocket.
What? That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good plan.
Yeah. Just to get rid of him.
Wow.
So
you want to do the...
this kind of
What's up?
confused. Like
Out of my hair.
This is the kind of stuff that I really don't like. What that Marvel does is they start showing you pictures like this and giving you little details. I'm like, wait a minute, Bucky's at least presumed dead. Why is Sam Wilson next to Captain America? And why does Cap have his old 1940s suit back on? I don't know. I just
time for Sam to go black to the future.
Black to the oh my god. I just
Wait a minute.
yeah.
He's going back to World War II,
Who is?
isn't he? Is he going back in time?
I guess.
Sam?
It looks like his old costume, and plus mentioning Bucky saying that he's alive, I think that's the only way.
Well, that's not a good time for Sam.
No,
no
it's
kidding.
not.
I just wish that Marvel wouldn't spoil things like
Anyway.
this. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, Generations, Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel. Got Carol Danvers, the mighty Captain Marvel, finds herself face to face with someone she never thought she'd see again. Marvel of the Kree, the mighty Captain Marvel. But before she can get to the bottom of this impossible reunion, she gets embroiled in combat with someone who wants the Kree destroyed. Talk about terrible timing. From Margaret Stoll and Brent Schoonover.
Schoonover.
You already know who it is.
Schoonover.
Yeah, so we were talking too before about how the Carol Danvers fan base is split between pre-Captain Marvel and post-Iconic. There is no in between who like both. They drew her ears kind of funky too.
Dude, oh my god, she honestly just looks ugly in this photo.
She kind of looks like a what's her face? Brad Pitt's wife.
She's almost got some weird short Super Saiyan hair.
She has Super Saiyan hair. What's her face's lips and Will Smith's ears.
She's got Angelina Jolie's lips.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
Will
her
Smith's ears.
eyebrows just look like fake too, and I'm just like, what is this? This just
She drew that shit on, bro.
that looks terrible.
That summary says a whole lot of nothing. It's just like, oh boy, guess who's back? Marvel, probably in time.
I think the best cover we have right now is Iron Man and Ironheart.
Well, now that you bring it up, let me scroll on down and take a giggity gander at that. But so Kirby 100th anniversary variant cover by Jack Kirby. Goddamn, sweet. Anyways, Riri Williams is given a once-in-a-lifetime chance to meet Tony Stark, Sorcerer Supreme. Join Ironheart as she discovers things about the Iron Man legacy that will change her forever. Iron Man writer and Riri co-creator Bendis teams up with the award-winning multimedia artist Marco Rudy to give you a beautiful, unique look at the first step into a new era of Iron Man. The cover does look good, and honestly, from the bit that I've read of Ironheart stories, I've read, I think, the first 7 issues so far. She's actually, slowly becoming a character.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, but I mean, again, this one doesn't really tell us much, but we see that she's meeting Sorcerer Supreme Tony, which I've heard is a thing that's around. I forget where he's coming from, though. But that'll be interesting, because it shows Tony in the suit. And it's old 60s suit, too.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I mean, right now we have an AI version of Tony in the comics. Because he often disappeared somewhere.
He got deleted by accident, like Michael's audio.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I might have to mention that real quick. There was supposed to be an episode up last week, but Michael's audio had gotten deleted somehow for some reason. We have no idea why, but it did, so there was not an episode last week, so I do apologize for that. I should have actually mentioned that right at the beginning, but I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's really too much to say about Iron Man, but the cover's good.
Yeah, the cover looks cool, and, I want to see some character progression on Riri's side, so...
Yeah.
Bendis is on this, so I don't know.
That's why I'm apprehensive, because I remember, the first issue of the new Invincible, the best part was the art, because it told more story than Bendis' dialogue did, and it bothered me.
Yeah, there was a time, dude, where Bendis was on over half the books.
Yeah. Now he's only on a third of them.
Good.
But so
Good.
Yeah, next one we have is Generations Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel, which is stupid because they're both Miss Marvel. Anyways, Miss Marvel's falling out with her idol Carol Danvers, aka the mighty Captain Marvel, just took a bizarre turn. Kamala suddenly finds herself as an intern at Woman Magazine, Carol's former place of employment, between cozying up to her boss, filing back issues, and her usual superheroing. How will Kamala find time to figure out what got her here in the first place? Alright, first of all, Woman Magazine, what is that? Oh, it's from G. Willow Wilson and Paolo Villanelli.
I don't know.
It's their company.
It's a company in New York City in the Marvel universe.
I fucks with Kamala. That's my homegirl. You know, she stays tight like buttholes. She's cool.
To be honest with you, some of her issues were some of the best I've read in a while. Aside from the Ultimates, I was really following Miss Marvel's comics for a minute, man, and like her character really flourished. And I really actually came to love this character, so I am actually pretty excited for this particular one shot. I don't know why exactly they're making these one shots. I guess because I guess like the way that Secret Empire is being forged is Spencer was told from the very beginning that no matter what the ending is, like the ending has to leave it has to end and conclude on an open note, open enough to where the next generation of heroes can take over. That's pretty much what Spencer was told from the very beginning. So I'm just like, wow, okay.
How is he gonna spin that around?
I have no clue. I have no clue, dude.
Because from what I've heard about how it's like been setting up and everything, I don't even know he's gonna pull that one out of his ass.
Ever since that Steve Rogers Captain America #1, man, people have been losing their shit over like comic books.
Which I've heard it's like well written, but damn if that concept wasn't controversial.
It actually is pretty well written. It's just it's very controversial, and so it actually surprises me how Marvel has kind of stuck to their guns with this story arc and hasn't canceled it. Or, I mean, it's too late to cancel now. They have to finish it.
Just cut it in the middle, like, oh, it never happened. Tesseract.
I mean, hell, not only did they not cancel it, but they extended it by an issue. It was a 9-issue run. Now it's a 10-issue run.
Oh yeah. It hopefully won't be like super extended like they did with Secret Wars, which took like 4 months to get out the last issue.
See, like with Secret Wars, I had lost interest after like the 4th issue because I'm like, it literally felt like the arc was going nowhere, and then they were like, oh, guess what? It's gonna be another 2 months before the next issue comes out. Like, yeah, I'm done.
The arc itself was interesting, but it took way too long to come out.
Oh, I finished it. I just didn't.
I did too.
I had no hype for like reading any of the rest of it.
It would have been really good if it was just, consistent.
Yeah.
But the last little splurb we've got here is for Generations Miles Morales Spider-Man and Peter Parker Spider-Man. When it comes to problems, Peter Parker's got it all. Bullies at school, ailing aunt, a doppelganger, crushing responsibility, and wait, a doppelganger? Can't Peter ever catch a break? And what does all this craziness have to do with Miles Morales? From Brian Michael Bendis and Ramon Perez. Ramon. So on the cover art, you can see that's not the suit that Pete currently has, with the weird, big, glow-in-the-dark spider on it.
It's not, thank goodness, because I hate that suit.
And it's cool in theory, but I mean, from the way that it sounds, this must be teenage Pete, because gotta push that marketing from Spider-Man Homecoming. This comes out way after that.
I'm actually thinking that this is Ultimate Peter.
Oh God.
Well, because look, it says when it comes to problems, Peter's got it all. Bullies at school, ailing aunt, and whatever the doppelganger is. I mean, that sounds like Ultimate Peter, because 616 Peter is an adult who is running a corporation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we still haven't heard barely anything about Spider-Man 2. Which, I mean, I know the artist is working on it now, my girl who did the old Ultimate series, but still.
Yeah. But you're right, this suit isn't the same. That it kind of just leads me to believe that this is Ultimate Peter even further.
Yeah.
Even though it's not really like the Ultimate suit in any way, but This definitely resembles the 616 suit, but I have no clue. I mean, overall, I'm definitely going to read all these one-shots. They seem interesting, even though the Captain Marvel art is atrocious.
Well, that's just the cover art. I don't think the inside and the is the same.
What
I think
if
it's
it
the
will
same
be?
artist. Well, it says who the cover artist is. I don't. I'm not looking at it right now.
Covered by David Nakayama.
Yeah, I think the cover art and the internal art are going to be different.
Yeah, Brent Schoonover is doing the art, so
yeah, so you might be lucky.
I hope so.
Yeah, but I mean, like DC Luke, you got any thoughts on all these generation stories of all our heroes coming and meeting their past sins?
It's a weird voice you did. I don't really read Marvel anymore, but
Why are you on here?
What? You don't read Marvel, DC Luke? The fuck?
I might pick up some of these. Some of these look interesting, like the Miss Marvel one would be pretty cool. I guess that's it.
Yeah,
I only really care about Kamala.
Yeah, we got to get to the bottom of Woman Magazine and what they're scheming.
Yeah, I don't know if Carol. I think Carol may have worked at that originally.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah,
don't quote me on that.
Well, that's what they say. So, I mean, Marvel would never.
That may be an actual comic thing. I don't actually remember. I don't know that much about Carol Danvers.
Someone's gonna throw it down in the comments. Well, remember Miss Marvel issue number 23 on page 17?
No one has ever done that.
No, they haven't. Honestly, more people
But
ask
they
than
will
they do
correct us.
respond.
Yes, they will correct us, though. You are right about that, and we thank you for it.
Yee. But let's slide on over to that important topic that Luke and I. See, this was more me last week, and I wish we still had that because you did more Fox and I did more Sony. But now it's the tag team of us talking about Sony. So let's before we go ham and green eggs and ham it on this shit. Let's discuss about Amy Pascal dropping that bomb on all of us, including Kevin Feige, that allegedly Venom, Silver and Black is all taking place in the MCU. That's the short version, isn't it?
I'm just going to say this real quick.
It begins.
I don't know what the fuck crawled up Amy and Tom's ass, but to say something publicly like that, like what she did, that Venom and all these stupid fucking ideas that we have are going to be in the MCU all of a sudden, in front of an interviewer and a camera and the president of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, it was rude to say the least. For not giving Kevin a heads up. I think she was just spitballing. Like, she was just...
Yeah, it seems like an impulse thing.
It really just sounded like she didn't know what the hell she was talking about, and that reaction on Kevin's face was just sheer... it had the face of, like, just shoot me now. Fucking shoot me now. Because he knows... He knew in that moment that the media was going to have a heyday with what she just said.
Yep.
He knew that, and so, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Marvel has not responded to a single thing. People have been tweeting Sony and tweeting to Marvel and tweeting to Kevin personally. There has been, like, no response.
And it couldn't have come out at a better time with Spider-Man coming out in literally about 2 weeks.
Oh, she's such an idiot. She should have waited until after Spider-Man Homecoming to start blurting her fat fucking mouth about it.
Look, you got anything you want to say about Amy Pascal dropping this alleged truth bomb?
I guess there's a lot to really read into it. I don't really know what's going on because Kevin Feige had originally said, Venom and Silver and Black are not part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Nor will Venom, nor will
it.
that stupid Spider-Woman film, nor will that stupid all-woman Spider-Verse film, nor any of that
or the
stupid
Aunt May
dumb
movie.
Carnage film they have, or that stupid Aunt May film. Just stupid. Sony's stupid, and they should die.
And Kevin said, none of that will be in our universe. And then Amy Pascal is saying, basically, it's connected to this world that we're creating with Peter Parker. Like, she's referencing the Homecoming movie, clearly, because they were doing, like, a thing for it at the premiere, but... again, like, it's just there's two competing things on this, and I'm wondering if either A, there's something going on and maybe Marvel is realizing that, okay, they're definitely going to take Spider-Man away, we need to renegotiate this deal, or B, they are trying to put Marvel in a hot place so that they can negotiate a deal to get more money to allow them to keep using Spider-Man.
And I think that was all her too.
Sorry.
I
was about to say, which I would not put past them.
Yeah, because didn't even Rothman say they were in different universes when Venom news first dropped?
No, well, apparently, like, according to Rothman, dude, he's all about, like, getting into the nitty gritty of, like, we have such a tight relationship with Marvel Studios, and you know, all of this other shit that he's been saying recently. It just looking at Kevin's face and just really analyzing his expression just really tells you how much in that moment that he just wanted to scream, no, none of these stupid fucking movies that you're making are in our universe.
Or if they were, it was still like being worked out as a deal. Like nothing had really.
Well, exactly.
Like,
I mean,
if they were talking about it, it was a conversation. He's like, yeah, so that means it's like the person you hang out with who thinks you're dating and you've hung out twice. Wasn't even dates. It's like, yeah, so there's my boyfriend Kevin. Bitch, what?
Like, again, I think at the end it just comes down to, I don't know what's going on. I don't think anyone really knows what's going on, but something is definitely weird surrounding Spider-Man right now.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, not only that, but they announced a threequel too that's going to be set in the MCU. So I wonder if they had extended the deal.
Well, I think that there was always going to be 3 solo Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, no, there was going. Well, not according to Amy. Amy said that they're pulling out after the sequel.
Yeah, she said that retroactively, but Tom Holland's contract we've known since he first came out is a 6-picture deal.
Yeah, I know.
And it said 3 solo and 3 other. You can't just pull out your contract like that. I'm not saying that to you. You know that, but I'm saying I'm
arguing the competence of some of these people who are running the film side of Sony.
A lot of it, I think, is coming from Amy's side with this weird type of optimism.
Well, people
for their relationship with Marvel.
Amy so much credit because she's, quote, the one that pushed for Spidey in the MCU. She also pushed for the Venom movie we're getting. She also pushed for the Silver and Black movie. She also pushed for Grown Ups 2. She also pushed for now it really doesn't stop there. She also
they've
pushed
been pushing
for
Spidey in
Ghostbusters.
The MCU since Avengers.
She pushed for Pixels with Adam Sandler, and it's like, dude, just
like, if she pushed for Sony in the MCU, you know, that's great and all. I don't think we can forget how she basically screwed over Ivan Reitman on Ghostbusters 3.
Oh yeah.
But that's a whole other thing. It's not even Marvel. Yeah. But I don't know. Like, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that was about Sony today. Like, I think we even found out Carnage is the villain.
Oh yeah, for Venom
movie.
That's beyond words. I think we said that as a joke. It's like, wouldn't that be funny if Carnage was the villain? I think I said it as a joke. And you said no. You just rebuked it, and I may have accidentally brought that into the world.
So is the film going to be about 2 antagonists that, like, one's bad and one's evil, or is it going to be
one's bad and one's
dude,
bad.
You just made the tagline. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be Venom, bad meets evil, and it's going to show Carnage in the background.
Oh my god!
You just made the tagline. Oh my god, Luke.
That's pretty perfect, actually.
That's what it's going to be. Man.
They said something in the articles that came out that Kraven the Hunter and Mysterio are like focuses for future projects.
Which
it doesn't say like solo films.
I saw that, and the first thing I thought is, okay, so they're doing Kraven's solo film, and Mysterio will be a heist movie.
Oh, yeah,
that's all you can do.
Again,
let's just take these villains and just give them their own movies because we can't. We can't make a universe like Marvel can.
Okay, it doesn't say solo film.
I know.
It just says focus on the project. I'm just saying. I know.
But dude,
he's not shooting the messenger.
This is the same thing that I said in the 2016 presidential election, and this is the same thing I'm talking about when it comes to Hollywood. Never underestimate stupid.
Oh, true.
That's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I'm just saying. I think honestly, like, I'm gonna leave it at that.
I mean, I guess to kind of throw my last little 2 cents in about the whole Sony situation. As much as thoroughly entertaining it would be for me to see the silver and black version just because of the director, only because I like that director, I would be curious to see where it goes. It seems very not only spur of the moment but also retroactive. I would not mind having Venom be a solo movie and be introduced in the MCU. I wouldn't mind having Black Cat and Silver Sable in that universe either. But and it was the same thing I said last week. Sony, I want you to succeed, but you got to be smart about this and you got to trust Marvel. I'm not saying you hand over all the rights to everything. You know, be like parents, co-share, co-ownership, take care, be a team. And I don't think that's what's going on right here. There seems to be a lot of lack of communication, at least between Amy and Marvel. Even if she was an executive producer for Homecoming, I still think there's a lot that she's like been left out of the loop about. And she's like, I have this idea. We talked about this idea for 10 minutes at a meeting. That means it's real.
It's just a lot of stuff that just seems more complicated than it needs
Exactly.
to be.
I want to see Sony do well. I want to see some of these movies. These could be interesting films, but you gotta like stop talking about everything. You can't. I get there's news that you have to let out, and there's updates and everything that people expect. People have expectations. You have fans that have expectations. Some people may hate the MCU and love Sony. But the way you like go about talking about it and marketing it and all of that just hasn't been good so far. Like, especially blowing 10 minutes of Tony Stark's scenes into all of the marketing for Homecoming to the point where he's on the poster of a Spider-Man movie. That's why I keep sending that picture in the chat where it's a picture of Tony talking to Tom. It's like, this Iron Man 4 now, little nigga.
I think it's time we move on to viewer questions.
Let's go on to that.
Viewer questions.
The happy parts. All right. So the first, and these have been picked off from like a couple weeks. So first one's from Jacob Benton, who asked, "Do you want to see a flashback to Uncle Ben in the MCU?" I'll say yes, but not now. Hold off on it for maybe until Homecoming 3.
I feel like we answered this question.
Have we answered this? Maybe you were
Pretty sure
there.
we did.
Maybe,
I think you, Michael, and I answered this question when I subbed in.
Maybe I was
one
right.
other time.
Well, other Luke, what do you think?
I think that Uncle Ben definitely should be in a flashback. Maybe not for this first film. I'm thinking more of the second film.
Yeah, don't BVS it and show it again. We already know the story. wait until like your solo film, your second solo film. But all right, so that's done. Next one is from Corey Green, who says, did we answer this? What do you think of the chance of a Sentry movie in the next phase?
Yes, we did. Where did you get these questions?
God damn it. I said it's from a couple weeks. Did you answer it?
Oh, yeah. Yep. And that third one we answered too.
Oh, god damn it. Well, no, I think that was from last week.
Oh, yeah, it was.
That was the one that was cut, so I don't know if both of you saw it.
All right, hang on. I'll find some questions.
All right, Waru Boy.
Yeah, Waru Boy says, what are you guys' thoughts on the sneak peek of the new Spider-Man cartoon and its god-awful animation? Which is funny because actually recently they put out another teaser, which looks way better. But I guess let's re-answer this. Is that it looked kind of iffy just because of the way the backgrounds were set up, and the animation itself looked fine. I'm more super bothered by the fact that they're like taking Peter back to high school again, which is where we spent the past 4 years with Ultimate Spider-Man. Yeah. And it makes me question, what are they going to do with the character in Avengers Assemble? Because you can't just reverse time like that. Otherwise, it's be really shitty and stupid.
Yeah.
So I don't. My Also, I think I saw what the design for Pete looks like. He looks ugly as fuck, yo.
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
look great.
He kind of does. Like, the animation, is...
He has, shaggy hair and green eyes. He looks really bad.
Yeah, the animation's really weird, but I do think that the show has the potential to actually be better than Ultimate Spider-Man.
It's a
I
low
didn't
bar.
like that show. Now, the animation for that show is beautiful. This animation does look really weird. I did see the pilot at NYCC. I can actually say that the pilot wasn't that bad. It was enjoyable. It is a little bit kiddish, but I think that's okay.
I mean, it's on Disney XD, so...
It's on Disney XD. It's kind of what to expect at this point with anything Marvel animated. So...
Yeah, but man, if that's Pete's design that I thought that I saw, man, he looks ugly as shit. Looks worse than he did in Ultimate Spider-Man.
Right. Well, I kind of apologize to you guys. Some of those questions I think we've answered, but yeah, it's...
Yeah, sorry about that.
We got all screwed up from this episode. We were supposed to release the episode from last week, but, you know, Mikey screwed up, so...
If I can figure out a way, I'll post what you and I said, but it'll just be really large patches of silence.
I mean, you kind of could edit it out, but I don't know.
I could. I don't know. I might take a shot at it. I don't think it would bother. It could be on my channel.
Right.
But I think that'll be it for this week.
Will it be?
Yep.
Will that be all?
Will it be? Will it be?
All right. Well, you guys can find me on social media on Twitter at QuantumXParadox. Luke, where can we find you?
I am on Twitter at Baron_Zemo1.
And Will.
You can find me on YouTube on my channel, Another Time Hero.
Yeah.
Which by the time this video's up, I'll probably have another video up. My other social media should be linked through there, so you'll find it.
And guys, don't forget to go check out our all-new website where we have writers now actually writing for the website again. And it's back up and running. We are posting on the daily over there. That is hybridnetworkyt.com. So go check that out.
Yeah.
We have that up and running. We have our Facebook up and running again at full swing. We got our Twitter. Just go check us out. Go follow us, like, subscribe, maybe turn on that notification bell.
And you can drop those comments down in the comment box with the hashtag AskMarvelly if you got any questions.
Oh, yeah. Till next week.
Have a good one.
Later.